Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Mega and Byzantium. So the year is 1345, turn 6079, and I am back after a sort of a long break. I apologize for not churning out these more often, but I've been focusing a lot on the other Let's Plays, so rest assured, while this Let's Play is significantly slowed down, I am still playing in my free time, and I will continue pushing forward, so no worries there. So what happened in between the episodes? Well, actually quite a lot. I have a lot of news. I guess the most important one is that Château is no longer in revolt. While we have conquered the city a number of turns ago, we can finally start utilizing it. The issue is that we have a high unrest in the city despite me funding a couple of buildings. We've already built the ancient customs. Is it the ancient customs, right? I forgot what the name is, and I would find it here. Yes, ancient customs. Okay, we founded the ancient customs, which lowered the unrest by 7, and we are currently finishing the Colosseum, which will give us another 4 happiness. But you can see that we still have quite high unrest, so we'll see if this is going to be enough. I'm planning to fund a couple more buildings here. We have the ability to go with, for example, the theater, which would give us another 4 happiness. There is the Hellenic Temple. We can, well, Agora would give just 1, but I saw, yeah, Ambassador's House would be a good one that gives 2. We can build Carnival using some of the animals that we train. So there is a lot of options. We can also focus on some of the cheaper ones like hopscotch, hot potato, and so on. So first things first, we really need to make this city work. The good news is that even at this level of unrest, it is growing in population. You know, that is due to me flooding it with food, but still, you know, it is growing. It does have a little bit of production, and there is a number of ships coming to it to start working on improving the terrain. So we're going to get a little bit more production from this style. We have whales nearby, which the city can definitely use to improve its production. We have the shrimp here. There's crab over there. We have the kelp and coral reef, so you know, we're gonna get a lot of production coming out of it, and if we're lucky, maybe we can even get this spot under our control and build some lumber camp there or something. We'll see. So Chateau Perron is one of the things that we need to focus on. But we also have a little bit of a different problem. When you look at the city of Domatiopolis, I have actually been fighting I wanted to say the people there, but I wasn't fighting the people there. I was fighting with the people there, or on the side of the people there, to actually keep growing the city, because you can see that it has only 1 food surplus. This is because while the city has an insane amount of production for its size, it barely has any chance to grow food. It's all mountains and cities, and that is really bad. We can't even build any farms at this point until we finish the artesian well, which should provide fresh water, so we might actually raise, for example, this forest and build a farm here. Same, oh no, that's hills. This is a forest point, so we could build a farm here, and maybe even here if that one... No, that's outside the scope of the city. So, yeah. But yeah, this one could also be raised, but it is prime timber. But we really have an issue with food. You really have an issue with food here. And again, we do have a lot of food buildings, but most of them has already been, you know, prepared for construction and shuttled. There's only a couple of things here, and yeah, the city is not going to grow much beyond population 20, I would say, which is connected to a larger issue. You already heard me talk a couple of times about the Great Revolution. That was the mechanization of agriculture that came, you know, after 16th century. Most of the changes happened in 17th and 20th. We really need that to happen because while we continuously increase the gold income and the manufactured goods, you can see that the crop yield is still at below 16,000. What is it? Millions of bushels? Yes, 1 million bushels. That means that while we are increasing greatly the production of our cities, the populations are going to end up with a screeching halt and we will limit growth. It's true, because you can check that we are at 750,000 people, which is still, insanely high compared to others, but we really are starting to see a little bit of it's not a glass ceiling, but more of a flexible ceiling in what our populations can feed. Now again, there's the sea, which is our biggest friend in that regard, but many of the cities are landlocked or too deep inland to make any or take any benefits out of that, which shows you really that the original cities that we settled along the coast are gonna be, in the long run, doing the best. So that's something to keep in mind. There is a couple of technologies that are gonna help us very soon. I've actually looked for them a little bit. We have the biology here, which is gonna give us extra food from all of our farms. And considering we have a ton of those, that's gonna be a big bonus. The weather forecasting is also going to give us a little bit more food from fishing boats and whaling ships, and I think there was one more here somewhere, but I forgot which one it was. It wasn't the chemistry. Remember, it wasn't, or maybe it was it the botany? No, zoology. But there was one more that I saw somewhere, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Teams for mercantilism. Was it mercantilism? No, that makes no sense. Why would it be mercantilism? Well, rest assured I saw chemistry? No, that gives bonus to workshops. Well, either way, there was one more technology that helped with food, so we need to look into that a little bit more and make it our priority. We might actually have to eventually raise some of the mines and stuff like that and start planting more farms, because it's gonna be the biggest limiter to our growth. Speaking of growth, we actually had to call Mali again. They had a city over here, I believe, somewhere. No, over here. They had a city over here, and you can see it's not there anymore. We came, we raised it, and we retreated after a great amount of pillaging, because Mali again decided to be a little bit uppity and declared war on us. So we dealt with that. More news, which are more like a little bit of a tidbit of the social life in our great empire. We discovered cows. Actually, I don't know where we got it from, but one of the cities, I think it wasn't Trebizond. It's is it Woodgoin actually? It might be no, that's building the farm for oxen. Where are you, Tim Bison? Wait, is it Trebizond? No. Someone was supposed to be building. I forgot who it was. Someone is building tamed cattle, which is the new. Tamed bison. I think that. Yeah, it was Trebizond. I made a mistake here. We were supposed to get tamed cattle instead of tamed bison. So Trebizond was spamming these, and we are slowly spreading them around. They actually give us quite a lot of food. If you build it in most cities, you get +4 food from one building, and then it provides a couple of other buildings that give a little bit of production and a little bit of food. So it has been a big boon to us, I have to say. We've also finished a couple of world wonders. I think Nika finished the Great Observatory. No. I should have marked who built that. Great Pyramid, no. Someone finished the Great Observatory. And we have also finished the Great Wonder, which was about... Oh, I forgot all the names. But we were building it in the last episode. It was about the world journey. Oh, this is so bad. I might search for it, but I'm really not sure that it is a good idea. Because it's gonna take a little bit too long. But you can... Oh, this is it. Zank's Voyage. So we finished Zank's Voyage in Laodicea, and there was one more... it was the Great Observatory or something like that. Vintage. It's not it. Copernicus Observatory. Oh, it was actually built in Constantinople. I'm surprised. I was 100% sure that it's not in Constantinople. Well, tells you how much I know. And kind of interestingly, we still haven't finished the actual observatory there, so we're gonna have 2 of those. So that's about it for us. We continue expanding, micromanaging all of the cities, which is taking quite a lot of time. But you can see that many of the cities actually are focusing on research, because we are once again hitting the limits of what our empire can build. So yeah, with that said, I think I'm gonna end the turn now, and I'll see you with weather forecasting.
The trouble with weather forecasting is that it's right too often for us to ignore it, and wrong too often for us to rely on it.
Well, you're not wrong. So weather forecasting gives weather vanes 5 extra science, which is good, but it's nothing major. And whaling ships and fishing boats get +1 food and +1 gold. But again, this is nothing really groundbreaking, but it's a step up technology from everything else. Other than that, it doesn't give us anything. And unfortunately, Norville Heliocentrism, which will give us just Rudolphine, which is not bad, but again, it's just 1 building for 20 turns of research. So this episode is gonna feel a little bit hollow in the area of construction. But after Heliocentrism, we are going for... political philosophy, which gives us a ton of buildings: conspirators hideout, spy safe hideout, and House of Parliament and spy training facility, which I'm looking forward to. And it's going to give us a couple of upgrades to our spy traits. Not bad. Then we move on to Divine Right, which is also going to give us a ton of national wonders and a lot of units. So again... Damn, I was so optimistic and I just made myself sad, because then Critical Thought also gives us nothing. So yeah, these technologies are going to be fun. Scientific Method, okay, that one gives us at least a museum, a National Science Foundation, but yeah, not many buildings. Wow, these couple of episodes are gonna be, at the end we're gonna have research pretty much everywhere. I can already see it. Jurisprudence, okay, gives the guillotine, a couple of Supreme Court, District Courthouse, national buildings. And what else? Social contract. Okay, you give the capital administration and the metropolitan administration, which expands the workable radius of the city to 3. I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be a really good one. That's a major technology that we're going to utilize. So, and the social contract, that's the case 7. And chemistry? Yeah, chemistry lab, farm supply. Oh, that's the one! That's the one that gives +3 to, yeah. That is a good one. Modern embalmer, plantation, and modern warehouse, store 9%. Yeah, these ones are gonna be good for the growth. So it was chemistry in the end. But yeah, a couple of howl technologies coming right up. We're gonna have to decide what to do with them. And what the hell are you guys doing? Do you have the extra movement? Yield, size up. No, you don't. So now you do. Why are you here? Are you patrolling? Or are you scouting? Sentry. Sentry. Let's send you back home. And we'll see what's going on. Okay, and Chateauperon. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit of production. So mining cap is not a great one for us. We need... which ones? So we definitely know theater is a good one. Angora, Prairie. Pirate Code would give +3, but I'm not really that interested in, because it increases unrest and crime. Damn, all these just give... okay, Crafts Hut gives +2. And that one is also super cheap. Music Hut gives +5? Really? Well, that would fix most of our issues. Do we have any... it's 200, so let's take one of these Neanderthal workers and just finish it off. Okay, that's gonna fix the issue of Chateauperon, and it's gonna give us the option to advance. Okay, and here's the tame cattle. You will see that we have it everywhere in the vicinity, so I have to always look for the cities that are further and further away, like Varna, which doesn't have it. And here is the main dockyard that's actually carrying people to and fro from Chateauperon, but we don't really have anyone here right now, do we? Duatibus is building a farm for cow. Farm animal oxen, that's also the second one, but we also get the option to build... Dang it, I forgot the name of it was. Well, there is one building that gives like +4 food, you know, based on the cattle in the city, so yeah. Anyway, that's all for this update. I'll see you in 20 turns with Heliocentrism. I wonder what state Chateauperon is gonna be in at that point, and the Metropolis. Well, we'll see. Turn 6099, year 1361 AD, and we are one turn away from Heliocentrism. So what's new? Well, generally speaking, we are just burning through time. As you can see, a lot of our cities are now on research because we don't have much to do with them anymore. We have been churning out supply and food trains, which are being en masse sent to the city of Chateauperon, that we have finally managed to steal from the grip of unhappiness. We are currently about 15 points above the minimum, which is great. We now have full productivity here, and I have burned a lot of the treasure units that we have here, and we had a lot of them stored in Constantinople in the city, meaning that I was able to steal a lot of the territory from Holy Roman Empire. I'm actually sending a number more there now. I don't know where they are. But they're somewhere. You can see all of those little units converging to Otranto, from which they will sail across to help the city, but I don't know where the treasuries are. I mean, it's not important, but here we have a captive military. I would be interested in seeing how many we've sent, because I don't remember. Here, 3 more, okay. Here they are, 3 more. So I'm not really hoping for much gain in territory anymore, but it should solidify our position, because I've seen some changes turn to turn as the cities wrestle. But Aachen is actually adding way less culture than we are. They're adding 107.53, And even at this point, Chateau Peron is already adding 145. I've been focusing on industrial buildings. You can see that we have a huge food production already. Industry is at 121. Most of it, though, is coming from the northern forests. So we've added, it's like half of it. So that is making us quite a lot of gain. But we're building a couple of industrial buildings here, and I've been building a lot of cultural buildings as well. So when we look at the buildings here, you see we have the Colosseum Commercial Port, which helps with the income from the sea as well. We have the Bardic Circle, which gives 13 culture. We have the Market, the Monument, the Tablet Maker, which gives 4, Theater, which gives 3, and so on and so on. So our dominance with the city is going to only increase as we're going to go through. Again, it is a little bit slower than I'm used to because all of the units that we have to build take a lot of time to get to Otranto and to Chateau Peron, as they need to sail across the sea. So I'm doing it in a sort of a batch system. When all of them are used, I set up a new construction order and they're constructed and sent there again. Apart from that, the city is doing pretty good. I think crime is at an all-time low. We need to do something with disease, so when they come here, the supply trains, we're gonna churn out a couple of disease removing buildings. Yeah, we could build a field hospital, or I think that the Apothecary is 1 supply train worth of construction, and it gives -15. And the sewer system would help as well because it lowers the chance of fire and it gives extra health. So building these 2 would be good. An ice house would also be good. The childcare hut would be good. But, actually a childcare hut is super cheap. So let's put it there so it's finished soon. Just 2 turns, it's okay for us. A lot of the sea construction, though, is taking quite a lot of time. So it's going to take us 3 more turns to build the reef lighthouse here. And it's going to take us... by the way, I don't know why I'm building it here. Honestly, I'm dumb because it's outside of the border that the city can use. But still, I already started, so I'm just going to burn through. We're going to have a White House here in 2 turns. Then we're going to go and build something on the tropical coast here. And then get the crab fishing and... more fishing boats over here, or what is it, seagrass? I actually don't know what you can build on seagrass, but something for sure. Fishing boat. It's a lobster. We have just... Yeah, harvesting kelp. Okay, so we can have a kelp harvesters there. And that's going to boost our production as well. But I'm mostly focusing on land now because it's going to give us the most income. We just built a farm on this oasis, and in the next turn we're going to move here and build yet another lumber mill. So with that, we're going to boost our starting production quite significantly. Remember, a lot of the buildings that help with industry give you a percentage bonus. So it is based on, like, the town clock used to give us +2, now it gives us +9. The oil lamps, I think, are also one of those. So, it's going to get much easier than to burn through these cheap ones, which each give only 1, but there's a lot of them. And again, it piles up because, you get 15% extra bonuses from this one. I think we've already finished the forge here as well. No, it's called Foundry, so that one gives us 25% bonus, so 12 at this point. But again, it's going to grow, exponential as we give. It's a linear growth, but it's going to help either way. In the south, the city of Demetiopolis is doing a little bit better. It has a growth of 8 now, but I kind of gave up on pushing. We need to build these small buildings here that give a little bit of food. And we'll see how far we can get with it. Unfortunately, the lack of food resources in the vicinity are severely limiting the city's growth. But I'm hoping that if we get to that, I think it's Megalopolis administration or something like that, it's gonna get in its governance some other places. I think it will also get access to the pumpkin over here, which we could put a farm on, and that would be a big boon to the city. And I might maybe build a farm chain all the way down here. Yeah, it should gain access to it. It should gain access to these, all of these, so that would be pretty good. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because the experiments with that are a little bit, you know, hit or miss. Other than that, not much really to say. Our cities are growing. We have a lot of them above population 30 now. Constantinople is at 43, then Laodicea is at 37, Adi at 45, Thessaloniki, Adrianople 42, Misitras, Philippopolis 41. So things are generally going really well for our beautiful little empire. We've been... Oh yeah, that's right. We've actually planted corn here near Constantinople, so I have a team coming in, and I believe we should be able to build the Great Farmer here again. So yeah, let's build that one. Okay, I guess that's all. Really nothing worth of note to say other than that. So let's just end the turn and hear it for Heliocentrism.
Finally, we shall place the sun himself at the center of the universe.
So heliocentrism gives us only one thing, and that is Rolfine. So we get a little bit of extra science, culture, and a bonus to the Great Scientist generation. We get 2 extra trade rounds and 15 education return. Is that per No, can turn to citizen to scientist and plus 15 education. So we're gonna see where we can build it, and we got our first Great Admiral. Okay, so let me just burn through these, see what we can do. Okay, nothing here. Education is fine, disease is fine. Crime could use a little lowering. So let's build an orphanage. And then what do we have with these mines? I mean, we really aren't pressed for gold at all, but sure, why not? Why not? What about you? You finished the gondola. Any food buildings? Yeah. Okay, so the farm animal cow. As you can see, 2 turns and plus 5 food is pretty good. You can build this one as well. Plus 2. The rest of it is a little bit iffy. Let's build the oxen and then anything. Can give plus 2. And the one mill. Okay, that's enough for now. Charmed by the eloquence granted to you by the Varnistone, the Korean leader is paying a state visit to your capital. Cool. Now, where did we get... okay, so you guys can... Actually, no, not you. You guys will, but you are going straight to Otranto. And here we have the Admiral. So what can he do? Plus 3 experience to naval combat and type units trained in the city. That's not at all what we want. Why did we decide... Was it Laodicea? The one that's gonna be our main shipyard. 8 and 2. 8 and 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Laodicea. 8 and 2, because this would be a great boon to it. 10 and 3, 10 and 3, okay. Philippopolis, 8 and 2. Yeah, so it is definitely Laodicea. So you're gonna join there and be the great person. So we're going for political philosophy next, which is going to give us a couple of things to build. Nothing real major, but it is good still. So I'll see you with that one in 17 turns. And before we go, let me see where we could build the Rudolphine. Okay, not here. What about Thessaloniki? Nope. You wanna put Nicaea could build it. Nicaea is decent, but I really like it to be somewhere where we get the most out of it. Conquera Trebizond. 24 some... Okay, Adrianople, I'd be Atalaya. Oh hey, you don't have these ones built, so build those. Atalaya, you have pretty good trade routes, so that would make sense. Lodi Sado would be my primary choice. Adi. Okay, Adi might be the best choice, honestly. Yeah, let's build it in Adi. That's gonna be where we place our Dauphin. And hold on. You haven't finished these ones as well. Oh, we actually have a couple of these. +8. Okay, so you're starting with that. I need to do a review of all of our cities that are set to research if they don't have anything extra to build. I do it from time to time, but unless we get a major upgrade in the technology department, I'm just letting it run its course. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna end the update here now. See you in 17 turns with political philosophy. Hopefully at that point Chateauperon is going to be even greater. I'd like to get it to at least population 20, make it use most of its surroundings, at least all of the land and the sea that we can currently use, and start churning out some culture professionals so that we might eventually steal a little bit more of land. A little bit, just a little bit. Tiny, tiny little bit. Turn 6116, year 1375, and we are one turn away from political philosophy. What's new? Well, this update is going to be a little bit overwhelming because you can see that we already have most of our cities on research. We're basically out of things to build, which doesn't really hurt us in any way. The cities are growing, I'm maintaining them, and we are using our free cities to build supply and food trains which are traveling to Otranto and from there by ship to Chateauperon, which is now at population 12, but it's going to go to population 13. We've also managed to heavily increase food production to 66, industry production is at 200, and you can see that we are focusing now on, I'd say, high benefit to cost ratio buildings, like fishmonger, which gives us 8 food, animal farm cow 4, fishnets 2 and 6 health, and so on and so on and so on. Whenever supply trains arrive, I am using them to get some major buildings which increase education, lower disease. Like now we have hurried up the sewer system, which is gonna tank disease below 0, and we're gonna continue with that. What is interesting or worth of mention is that we now have a great artist here. So we have a great prophet, great artist, and a great engineer. We need 2 more great people, or 2 different great people to get the next golden age. I was thinking that they could, specifically the great artist could be used to discover as a tech, but I believe that the golden age is going to be a bit more of a benefit to us. What I plan to do in the upcoming turns is that Constantinople is going to finish the farm for sunflowers, yeah. It actually got a ton of new buildings once we finished the corn plot. So I've managed to build all of those. Now the food production is 112, industrial production 875. And after it builds whatever we get from political philosophy, it is going to be turned to producing food trains. These food trains are going to be on continuous, and every time it produces it, I'm gonna use it to boost the food situation in the city. And I want to get Constantinople to at least population 45, because I believe that we are ready to have a city with a population of 1 million. Hopefully 45 is gonna be exactly that. As far as other cities go, they are growing very nicely. We have 1 or 2 cities grow every couple of turns, which is good. The one that is still problematic is Demetriopolis, but we're we finished all of the food producing buildings, and now we are at 14 here. Unfortunately, we can't get much more. I got the great farmer here, which is going to plant potatoes over here, but it looks a little bit bugged. I don't know what the problem is. Okay, this is field, forest, plains. Yes, plains. Because when I send them here, it works now, but when I was sending them before, they had exactly this screen and nothing more for the planting. So I think it was bugged. I pulled them back to the city, and now they're going to continue working on that. The potato itself is going to give the tile a huge boost, because right now it's giving us 2. And with the farm, I think it gives something like 20. Why do we have potatoes? Do we have them here somewhere? I know we do have them here. So for example, Amorium here has an irrigated farm, and it's giving, okay, wait, I have to look this way. It's giving 19. So that's gonna be basically doubling the current food production. And we might plant another one later on. Oh, there's prime timber over there. Can you access this? No, you can't. Yeah, the space here is very limited. This one is also hills. Well, so we're gonna plant it here, and that's gonna give us a couple of extra buildings as well. So hopefully the food production is gonna grow. I'm gonna bombard the city with food trains down the line to get it to 20, maybe 22. I'm just gonna leave it there because it is going to be an industrial hub, but we have to face the fact that it's probably never gonna be the biggest city ever. Okay, with that said, I think we can go and get the political philosophy and see what it brings to the table. Oh great, Mali wants me to raise more of their cities. Okay.
When the prince needs to be deceitful, though, he must not appear that way. Indeed, he must always exhibit 5 virtues in particular: mercy, honesty, humaneness, uprightness, and religiousness.
Okay, so political philosophy gives us a sleeper cell, a scoundrel, and a hashduk. And as far as buildings go, we can get a house of parliament. Okay, but that requires civics to be active. Requires city of size of at least 7. And I guess that requires republic or democracy. I mean, it is green for us, so I guess we might be able to build this one. And spy training facility, conspirators hideout, and spy safe house. And we get crime drug cartel, drugs, and what about conspirators hideout? Okay. And we got conniving 5, foment 5, inspire 5, and build up schemes 5. Cool. So we're not gonna build a Shinto temple. Let me see what we can get here. So as we will go, construction of industry first, nothing, food next, okay. And science. Wow, that would really increase the unrest. Can spawn a barbarian scoundrel. Yeah, we don't want to have this in our cities. Okay, so crime, education, that's all fine. Okay, let's put the sweat lodge, a garderobe, almshouse, and the barricades, and also the gatehouse. You guys need to have upgraded units. Okay, with you. Okay, Castle Drawbridge gives us food and an extra trade route, and rice terrace. Okay, let's get those. Okay, and Zambria could build us the House of Parliament. Okay, and the spy training facility. Cool, so those are really nice, great buildings. And think for education. Yeah, mosaic workshop and stained glass workshop. Good going, finished stargazer. Okay, more food buildings. Brewery. The house is good. Okay, let's just build a couple of these. And then we can build a printer's workshop. A lumber mill in Otranto. Okay, let's get... plantation was cinnamon. Now let's finish these off for now. Okay, now can we build a House of Parliament in Constantinople? That's a question. No, we can't, and we can't build a spy training facility either. But because the Parliament would be... it lowers the maintenance, so it would make sense to build it somewhere like in Laodicea, in the middle of our empire. Or in Adi. Yeah, let's build it in Adi if we can. We can. We're building the Rodolphine, okay. So then let's build it in Laodicea, if we can. Yes, we can. House of Parliament. And the spy training facility. Wow, actual 28 great personnel. Okay, so observatory is gonna be put above it, so we finish it. And the spy training facility is gonna be built in... Actually, could we build it in Woodglade? We could, for only 18 turns. Okay, let's build you here. I don't have a problem with that. And wait, what are you building? Brewery. Okay, that's fine. Jade was found in Armorium. Okay, so let's end this episode by looking at some statistics. I'm really happy that the crop yield is rising, slowly but rising, because I'm dedicating a ton of time to improving our crop yield. Population is increasing at a crawl, but it's connected to the crop yield. If we can increase this statistics, the population is going to also increase. Plus, we are having a little bit of a problem with the fact that we're focusing on smaller cities. So, for example, the growth of the Metropolis all the way to 17 means that we've gained only 30,000 people, while the growth in Constantinople would, for the same time, would be a couple 100,000. So let us just... Wait, what can you build here? The spy safe house. And a maze ceremony, okay. So let's build those, and then you're gonna start building the food trains. Okay, I'm gonna go around and schedule a couple of food trains, a couple of supply trains, and we're gonna continue shipping them to Chateau Baron, which now has control of almost all of the worthy tiles. So basically only one here, that's good. So, Divine Right is what we're gonna start with in the next episode. It gives a fanatic, bunch of other things, a lot of great wonders, like Versailles. Oh, +1 protection from noble in all cities, that would be really good. Great Mosque of the Desert. Great Mosque of the Desert. Oh, Escorial, okay. And what's gonna come after that? Critical Thought. Okay, so that's awful, but then we get the scientific method, which I believe, yes, museum. Another science boosting building. National Science Foundation. Smithsonian Institution, and Louvre. And look at how much extra we're gonna get from a lot of enclosures Inventor's Workshop now get extra 5. We have that pretty much everywhere. And anything else? Can build archaeological site. Can be built outside cultural borders. Huh. Interesting. Okay, what else does the scientific method give? So, obsoletes the Great Library, the House of Wisdom, Parthenon. Reduce natural gas and oil. Oh wow. Okay. Where can we build hydrocarbon now? Refining. It's an industrial technology and... Wait, it's a social contract. What's the other one? Oil. Okay, hydrocarbon raw as well. Okay, so we're gonna see where the oil is, but we're not gonna be able to use it, which is fine. So a lot of science as a boost, the museum as a boost, and a bunch of things. Cool. Okay, looking forward to the next episode already. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. And till then, you guys take care.